Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video we're going to be talking about High Tide merging with Meta Grow Corp. Is this a good synergy? Well, this is just my opinion, but I think Meta just doesn't even care anymore and they just kind of want out the game and they have assets. And High Tide, they're a growing story. High Tide's a growing story. By acquiring Meta, they just basically skipped the part of self-growing and just acquired a bunch of story and just basically grew to the point where they don't really need to focus on growing any more stores, and now they can focus on optimization and trying to be profitable and trying to attack the United States instead of focusing on Canada, because once they have a big foothold in Canada and they're profitable in Canada, they can use their cash that they have and they can move to the United States to continue to grow instead of focusing on the US and growing. Instead of focusing in Canada and growing in Canada, they can use the cash flow positive between the two companies to move to the US. That's just my opinion. I'm more bullish on High Tide because of the management. The management of High Tide knows how to run a business. They know how to be profitable. Meta does not. Meta is still not profitable, but High Tide can take Meta's asset, throw in some, optimize it so they can be profitable, and then they can also integrate the accessory products into the Meta stores, which will increase the profit margins of the Meta stores. So yeah, I think that this is a very good synergy between Meta and High Tide. That's just my opinion. And then I guess, because now like High Tide doesn't have to focus on opening any more stores, they can focusing on being profitable and using that profit to continue their execution throughout the United States, because now they don't have to build any more stores in Alberta. They can still build more stores, but maybe in BC, but not so much in like Alberta, because they maximize the amount of stores according to the press release. So I'm still a shareholder of High Tide, so I will be getting that voting documents. So the deal is that Meta will get High Tide will buy Meta out for 13.3 cents, representing a premium of 14% based on a 10-day volume weighted average pricing of the Meta shares of the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture and High Tide share on the Canadian Security Exchange as of August 20th, 2020. So that means that High Tide has no limit, while Meta's cap is at 13.3 cents. So Meta is not really a buy, but High Tide still has potential to go up and up and up because of the execution. While Meta, it's like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think Meta will probably end up going back down to 11 cents, maybe even lower, because this small excitement from investors is temporary and is probably going to pull back. And in my opinion, I think High Tide will continue to push forward because High Tide is a profitable company. They will continue to grow and be profitable quarter after quarter, while Meta will probably stop growing, and High Tide will probably come into Meta and try to optimize the facilities in a way where they can try to make Meta profitable as soon as possible. So when the two companies merge together, both companies already optimize for profitability, because that's the whole point of this transaction, is to make Meta profitable. Because High Tide, like right now, High Tide is profitable and Meta isn't, and the combined entity is expected to be adjusted, EBITDA positive, and post a synergy basis with additional upside from cross-selling opportunities. I still need to do more research on Meta. I know everything about High Tide, but I don't know too much about Meta. I know Meta is a retail play, but I don't know where their stores are located, what kind of locations they have, because I haven't done any research into Meta, but the combined companies will have about 63 stores across Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. So that means that the two companies are optimized for basically across Canada, and the only place that they really have to grow is maybe in BC, if they can get into BC, if the government of BC allows them to open stores in BC. Alberta, they maximized out the the Ontario stores, so they really can't grow in Ontario anymore. But in the future, maybe when the government opens the Ontario location, they can start building more stores. But for the moment, all the stores in Ontario are fully optimized, and they can't build any more stores. So, at least that's what I think. I think there's a certain amount of stores you can only build in Ontario as a single traded public company. So yeah, but this gives them a little bit more cash, becoming positive, EBITDA positive, $133 million annualized revenue, which is pretty decent. So let's see what kind of profitability High Tide can pull out of these two combinations. That's all I really have to say about this. I'm more bullish on the High Tide story, and High Tide doesn't have a limit, while Meta does have a limit. Meta is 13.3 cents. And I honestly think that Meta will probably end up pulling back to 10 cents. Could be wrong. And there's also a possibility that High Tide will stay around 18.5 cents and Meta will just stay at 13.3 cents. And both companies' stock won't move. I don't think that's going to be the scenario. I think High Tide might grind its way up higher and higher, especially if they release a good earnings report and they show profitability. While Meta will probably just stay at 13.3 cents, maybe even go down lower. So we'll see what the scenario is, but I'm still holding High Tide. I could sell and take my profit, but I'm going to hold on. I might change my mind. We'll see what happens, but at the moment I'm holding, and yeah, that's just my plan moving forward. So Aurora is down 21 cents today. Afria is down 10 cents today. Canopy Growth. And see, the reason, another thing why, they're using High Tide as a acquisition target is because Meta is traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture, while High Tide is traded on the Canadian Security Exchange. The High Tide, because of the Canadian Security Exchange, High Tide can operate in the U.S. That means that High Tide can once they fully establish themselves in Canada, they can start moving into the U.S. and try to establish themselves as a player in the U.S. using their profitability from the Canadian side to establish their business in the U.S. High Tide already has an operation in the U.S. They're selling CBD in the U.S. They're selling accessories in the U.S. So yeah, I'm more bullish on High Tide than I am on Meta. I think Meta just wants a quick exit. Like the management's like, oh, we can't really grow anymore. We really don't care anymore. We're just gonna sell to High Tide. We'll just try to merge with somebody and just get rid of our stock. Just stop worrying about growing the business. That's just my opinion. I don't know for sure the reasons why Meta wants to sell out to High Tide. Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth is down 29 cents. Tilray is down 15 cents. Tesla is trading sideways. Tesla is up $87.94 today. 4.39%. $2,100. Woo! once that reverse merger comes in, it's going to be 420, especially if it can stay at 2100. Neo today had a nice bounce, and it's just trading sideways right now. Candy is pulling back. It's down 38 cents. Workhorse is pulling back to 15 bucks. We'll see if that it can hit 15. I might actually buy some shares if it hits 15 bucks. Taurus Acquisition Corp had a nice big rally day today. Diamond Peak Holdings is trading sideways. Solo is trading sideways. I might make another video right after I make this video dedicated on Solo. Arcimoto down 12 cents. Blink is down 88 cents. Spartan Acquisition Corp is trading sideways today. So yeah, it looks like the EV sector. How about Plug and Plug? What's Plug doing? Plug is pulling back. I was actually thinking of buying a put option on Plug, but now it might be too late. Damn. Oh well, whatever. Nikola is down $1.53. Beyond Meat is down $1.73. AMD is having a sideways day today. And Nvidia is just popping like no tomorrow. Look at Nvidia, up $18.72. That's crazy. Hennessy is trading sideways. I think this stock will just probably trade between $10 to $10.50 for a long time until some positive news pops the stock. Very Good Food Company is trading sideways. Tesla is trading sideways. NEO is trading sideways. FPX Nickel Corporation is trading sideways. Planet 13 is trading sideways. True Eve is not really doing too much. Kira Leaf is trading sideways. GTI is not really doing too much. And Cineplex Odeon is down 37 cents. So much for the rally. It kind of died out, fizzled out. People are taking profits. Not too much to say about that. I don't know where it's going to head from here on. We could see it head back to 9 something, or we can see it head back to 8 something, the low $8. No idea what's going to head. I'm no longer a shareholder, but yeah, just letting you know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.